The history of podcasts goes back 7 years. At first, it didn't seem as commercial as they hoped, but within 2005-2010, its demand grew and expanded their reach from 23 countries all the way to 90. So there was almost a 4.5 billion potential listeners they could target. So a podcast can produce and distribute audio to communicate a message in the form of MP3, and if it contains a video, it is an MP4. There are podcasts of just about anything, so it provides substantial variety. This next clip will explain exactly what this tool does. So let's play a little bit of it.
Remember the good old days of TV and radio? Everyone would gather around to be entertained. Shows were broadcast at specific times, and if you weren't there on time, you missed it. Broadcasts disappeared into the ether. Well, things have changed. This is podcasting in plain English. Here's the big idea. Thanks to podcasting, showtimes don't matter. When a new show is created, podcasting gives you a way to capture it and take it with you to watch or listen to later, usually for free. It makes shows personal and available on demand. That's what makes it different from broadcasting.
If we go back to the mind map, we see that to listen and create a podcast, you need software. Easily you can download a podcast from iTunes, PlayPod, or Podomatic, just to cite a few. If you look at the map, you will see several software options that range from recording a voice track to creating your RSS feed and then link it to your blog or site. One of the easiest tools available for PC and Mac is Podomatic. Here is a link of an example that Jessica created. So let's play this video.
Podcasting is a free service that allows internet users to pull audio files, typically MP3s, from a podcasting website to listen to on their personal computers or personal digital audio players. The term comes from a combination of words, iPod, a personal digital audio player made by Apple, and broadcasting. Even though the term is derived from iPod, you don't need an iPod to listen to a podcast. You can virtually use any portable media player or your computer. Unlike internet radio, users don't have to tune in to a particular broadcast. Instead, they download the podcast on demand or subscribe via RSS, Release Simple Syndication feed, which automatically downloads the podcast to their computers. Technology is similar to that used by TiVo, a personal video recorder that lets users set programs they'd like to record and then automatically records those programs for later viewing.
So there are many benefits to this type of communication. If you go back to the map, which I am not going to do right now, but you can do it on your own, you will see an extensive list. Students can collaborate in projects, enriching their communication skills with their peers, and even practice a second language with international contacts. They can also decide the purpose of the content, and they can actually make their decisions. It motivates them to improve their speaking skills and also develop well thought out questions for interviews. Podcasting can also enhance their research skills, and all of this just while being engaged using multimedia. So let's watch this short video as a clear example of what I just talked about.
Oh, hola Matt. Hola Jeff. ¿Cuál es su salón de clases como? Hay muchos carteles para la clase de ciencias y matemáticas y hay muchos proyectos que se están mostrados. Oh, adiós. Adiós, Jeff.
So I have a question for you. How can podcasting benefit you in the classroom and just even at work? What do you think about that? I'm going to go ahead and talk about some of the most common mistakes people actually make when recording a podcast. One of them is not protecting the identity of the students, at least enough. They also don't address individual topics, and you have to always make sure the content has quality, and the most important of all, in my opinion, the biggest mistake, it is to forget who your audience is, your target. So to ensure a podcast takes off, first you need to analyze podcasts that have a good design. Then you have to start slow with your students, even with yourself, in order to develop all of those skills. Start with a nice teaser to hook your audience. Don't forget to break it up into segments that contain some sort of variety, like a radio show or even the chapters of a book. It is important to consider the pacing and voice to avoid monotony, people falling asleep from a chair, or just simply unsubscribing from your feed. Reflect on the show you just created to try to improve it every single time, and review everything before posting it because of copyrights and safety, among other things. If you still need help finding your way through podcasting, I provided a few aids with websites on the mind map, so please feel free to check it out. By now, you may have realized what your challenge is. Let's sign up for a Podomatic free account, and you will not just complete a podcast, but you will also have the challenge of a web quest that we are attaching to this lesson. Now, I'm going to show you a clip that hopefully will bring everything together. Feel free to visit our preiss to watch all the clips.
Buy it, use it, break it, fix it, trash it, change it, melt, upgrade it, charge it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, quick erase it, write it, cut it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, quick rewrite it, plug it, play it, burn it, rip it, drag it, drop it, zip and zip it, lock it, fill it, call it, find it, view it, code it, jump and lock it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start, format it, buy it, use it, break it, fix it, trash it, change it, melt, upgrade it, charge it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, quick erase it, write it, cut it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, quick rewrite it, plug it, play it, burn it, rip it, drag it, drop it, zip and zip it, lock it, fill it, call it, find it, view it, code it, jump and lock it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start, format it. Technologic, 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 technologic. Buy it, use it, break it, fix it, trash it, change it, melt, upgrade it, charge it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, erase it, write it, cut it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, rewrite it, plug it, play it, burn it, rip it, drag it, drop it, unzip it, lock it, fill it, call it, find it, view it, code it, jump and lock it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start, format it, buy it, use it, break it, fix it, trash it, change it, melt, upgrade it, charge it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, quick erase it, write it, cut it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, quick rewrite it, plug it, play it, burn it, rip it, drag it, drop it, zip and zip it, touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start, format it. Touch it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it. Lock it, fill it, call it, find it, view it, code it, jump and lock it, buy it, use it, break it, fix it, trash it, change it, melt, upgrade it, charge it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, erase it, write it, cut it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, rewrite it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, touch it, bring it.
So thank you very much for staying tuned.